Premiere Pro allows you to create title cards and sequences for your video. So in this one we're going to have a look at how do we actually create those. So in here in my timeline I've just got a video of a soccer clip from YouTube with the goal, and we're going to add an introductory title for that. So down in my sequence project over here you will have a few items that you can select. Under new item there is title. So I'm going to go into new item and click title. Now it's going to give me the settings of that title. This video that I currently have is a DVD PAL widescreen format, so it's automatically got the correct width and height because it tells me that's the aspect ratio of this right here. And I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Introduction and click OK. So to begin we're going to add some text, and over here in the toolbar there are a number of different ways to add text. So you've got the just type tool, and I can click in my video there and just type in whatever it is I wish for my introduction. I also have other options. I can do a area type tool, so select a bigger area, vertical type tool, and path type tool. So if I was to click on path type tool, I would set out a path that I want my text to follow, and once I've set out that path I simply start typing in and you can see how the text follows the path. So there are a number of different ways that you can add text to your title. Now my text here doesn't look great, so let's play around with that. If I just click on it I can move it around to a new spot on the screen, and to make easy changes at the bottom here I have title styles. So I can apply these styles, which are just the preset styles, to the text that I have typed in. So you have a number of title styles that you can simply select to make those changes. You then also have the option to make changes in title properties, so you can customize it exactly how you want it to look. If you do create your own style with the properties from scratch, you can simply save that to this menu down the bottom by clicking on our little options here, and you can create a new style. So if you have a style that you create that you want to use again, you simply save that. So to make our changes in the properties is very simple. You look at your options and you simply go to the ones that you like the most. So if I want to change the font, I'd simply go to font family and I can play around with the types of fonts that I want to use for that. The font style, bold, italic, etc. And I can also play around with the size, enlarge, decrease, and then you have your things like your kerning, your tracking, and you can separate the text, the letters from each other a bit more, and you can set that up however you like. Not only can you play around with the actual text, you can then make different changes to make it stand out a bit more. So you have tools on the side again that you can actually insert, so shapes and objects, and you can play around with those to make your text actually stand out from the background of your video. So you can play around with that. So you have your stroke and your fill, and you can select the colors that you want for those items. And to rearrange, it's quite simple. You simply go to title, arrange, center back, and that will layer the item behind the actual text. You also have options like drop shadow, stroke, and you can play around with those in your properties as well. You can also use these properties in the text, not just on the items that you drag in. So if I wanted to make those changes to the text as well, I could do that. So I could add drop shadows, as you can see there, backgrounds as well to the text. So you really have great customization when it comes to your titles. And if I just look back over on the left hand side of my screen, I have a few more options called title actions. So if I select the text, I can align it, center align, horizontal align, and you have some more options there that you can play around with. So once I'm happy with my title, all you simply do is close it. The title will be saved right up here with everything else that you've done, and to add that to your video you simply click and drag it, and you can simply place it either on top of the video or on a separate layer so it'll play over the top. So when I hit play on my video now, my title sequence is there and the video still plays. If I want the title sequence to go longer, obviously I can just enlarge it like you would with any other clip. And you can create titles throughout the entire project that you may want to use.